Oh hey, another Armored Kill trailer analysis video. But wait, this one's different because this one is all about one of the most fearsome additions to Armored Kill, the rocket artillery system known as HIMARS. The M142 HIMARS, which stands for the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, is the US Marine Corps' little brother to the US Army M270 MLRS, also known as a multiple launch rocket system. Both the HIMARS and MLRS fire what is commonly called rocket artillery. But hold up just a minute, let's go into what exactly is rocket artillery. Rocket artillery is a form of artillery that uses rockets shot from a platform instead of shells fired from a conventional gun. It has some big advantages to conventional artillery like the howitzer cannon or the Paladin tank. It requires less personnel to operate, can deliver a larger volume of fire faster, and generally speaking, has greater range. With the advent of modern weapon guidance systems, they can also match the accuracy historically held by conventional artillery. Speaking of history, remember there was a time when conventional artillery was present in past Battlefield games, such as Battlefield 1942 on the US side, on the German side, and on the Japanese side. But remember, the Soviets, they had Katyushas, which were their rocket artillery. It was also notably present in Battlefield 2 in the commander mode when you could rain down artillery fire. That was pretty cool. Going back to the HIMARS, as you can see, the HIMARS fires a volley of 6 rockets in quick succession. Its older brother MLRS has 12 rockets and has the nickname Grid Square Removal System, meaning it can blanket a square kilometer with destruction. Unfortunately, the HIMARS can't hold that title, but a half a square kilometer will do just as well. Each of these rockets are designed to engage both personnel and armor, utilizing hundreds of submunitions. Each of these submunitions utilize a shaped charge warhead with secondary blast fermentation effects. It means that it kills everything. These blast radius of these rockets is around 100 meters. 100 meters. That's huge. And the range? Close to 20 kilometers. In Battlefield 3, we see the missiles fire and engage targets perhaps at 150 to 200 meters, with each rocket damaging maybe a 15-meter blast radius. While realists may find this underwhelming, it's important to remember Battlefield 3 is not a war simulator. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be able to use HIMARS, given that it has a minimum range of 10 kilometers. That's bigger than the biggest map that has been made in Battlefield thus far. You gotta go to Arma 2 for something like that. Similar to our Battlefield games, HIMARS will utilize a third-person feature of aiming and firing down sight, as we saw in the trailer. But there could be other aspects to HIMARS we haven't seen in the trailer. I want to talk a little bit about the potential of unlocks and a few theories I have of what we're going to see in Armored Kill. To recap, we know that the M26 or M30 rockets, the rocket pods, are confirmed, but I have some ideas of some possible unlocks. The first one is ATACMS. ATACMS, which stands for Army Tactical Missile System, is a single, giant, long-range missile shot out where usually those 6 rockets would reside. While it carries a submunitions payload similar to the traditional rockets, it can also carry a single 500-pound unitary high-explosive warhead. I, for one, would like to see this as an unlock. Maybe give it the ability to hit a grid just like we see with the mortar, but also give it the ability to lock onto lased targets and track to the lased targets for a one-hit kill. That would be pretty cool. Maybe even make the missile a bit slow so that if you're lased, you can react to it. So it gives you a bit of a chance, but if you aren't fast enough, then you get one hit killed and you die. I think that'd be pretty cool. Tell me what you think. And finally, there's SlamRam. SlamRam was a surface-launched, medium-range air-to-air missile program using Humvees to launch big air-to-air missiles. Think much bigger than the current air-to-air missiles within Battlefield 3. While never integrated into HIMARS per se, they could put SlamRam into the HIMARS and give it a more potent surface-to-air role. This is not out of the realm of possibilities, as Battlefield 3 has a lot of things in it that are simply prototypes or experimental stuff. Maybe give it the same game mechanics as the LAVAD, but make the missiles do more damage, or have it follow for a longer distance. I don't know. I just think it would be pretty cool if it could be swapped out if it was a new unlock. So to recap, the HIMARS is a single-crew rocket artillery system that will surely give everyone a run for their money when it starts firing. 6 rockets blanket an area of 50 meters looks to be the only notability right now, but with dozens of vehicle unlocks mentioned, we could very well see some of the things that I described a few moments ago. We'll see though when Armored Kill comes out in September. Until then.